It's Sunday night, and this week we travel from one Newton to the other Newton, because we're here from Newton, North Carolina, here at Hickory Motor Speedway for the Slingshot Racing League's mini stock series here on the Overdrive Automotive Media YouTube channel. My name is Cam Gillens, and I'll take you along for the ride tonight. One of my favorite short tracks of the season here at Hickory. It's always nice, very sweeping, very tight corner, and it just creates a lot of good racing out there. It's like tonight we have a lot of our cast of characters, including a return of last season's champion as he's come along. So it's gonna be very good fight tonight, so we're gonna go ahead and get you going with the last few minutes of practice here. As we're on, see some extracurricular activities in the infield. We're going on board with the 69 of Larry Pauling to start out tonight's festivities. So we get out, looks like a pretty good field here tonight. We've gone all the way up. Looks like the 9 cars there tonight. We'll go back on board at the 29 of Connor Burbridge. Connor's one of the ones that look from week to week. It looks like he's starting to improve quite a bit. It looks like Nathan's swapped it from 81 to 18 this week. He looks like he's doing a couple last laps before we get going here. We're back on board with Larry here. We go on board with him as he's doing some last minutes laps here. Looks like this field, we're about a full field's about a half a second between each other. Majority of them only a few tenths, so it's gonna be a nice close field here tonight. So we still got our demolition derby going in the mid infield. We'll go back up with Nathan there. We got the last minute of practice going on here. So right now, leading the field here in practice is the 58 Justin Wilson, followed by the 56 of Jacob Phillips, the 52 of Johnny Rapp in third. It's like the 88 of Paul Hall in fourth, and 35 of Jacob Nickerson round our top 5 here in practice. we're just back still here on Nathan. Looks like we're about ready to head into our heat race tonight. Oh yeah, I forgot. We got one lap qualifying here to set the field for the heat race. So, all right, we're gonna start out with the 58 Justin Wilson. It looks like he's heating up the tires and his engine a little bit there. We're all board with him as he's going out to do his qualifying lap. So as long as you can start top and just kind of gently sweep down into the bottom of the corner. You wait until about 3/4 until you hop back on the throttle. Ooh, as it gets all loose coming out of the corner. That puts him in provisional second. We're gonna board Connor Burbridge. Ooh, as he taps the wall, coming in, getting a little bit tight coming out of the corner. That's kind of relegated him to probably the back of the pack, unfortunately. Steve Vester in 68. Looks like provisional fifth. Looks like we still got 2 or 3 drivers left. As we're waiting for them to go ahead and make the rundown of the points situation. So as right now, it's like the 58 of Justin Wilson is leading the field, followed by 52 of John Rapp, Paul Hahn in third, Jacob Phillips actually tied for third with Paul. And then tied for fifth is both Larry and Connor Burbridge, and Christopher Shea isn't here tonight. They're in seventh. Looks like we still got a couple minutes, but yeah, based here in practice, we're gonna see probably very, very close fields. If these guys can keep their tires underneath them, it's gonna be very, very close. That's about this 70 lap feature. There's gonna go rundown of qualifying so far. So you've got the 56 of Jacob Phillips on the provisional pole, followed by the 58 of Justin Wilson, the 52 of Johnny Rapp, the 35 of Jacob Nickerson, and the 60 of Steve S. is who's taking time so far. Looks like we got a minute left before we head into our heat race of the night. We'll definitely see a little bit of a rundown of how this is going to be. The stretch that's going on between this next couple of races is going to be some of my favorites. So you got this one, and then South Boston next week, which we all love. Then followed by that, going road coursing is Summit Point, and then we got a second off week. Then we go into the stretch of all different disciplines. You got linear, short track, Lima Line. You got dirt. You got my hometown, my home track at Vegas. And then you go back into another sweeping short track at Langley. Then our third and final off week, and then rounding out our schedule will be at Southern National. All right, so it looks like we're getting gridded up. So we're going to go through my starting lineup for tonight's heat. So you got Jacob Phillips on the pole, followed by the 58 of Justin Wilson, the 52 of Johnny Rapp, 35 Jacob Nickerson, 60 of Steve Vest, the 88 of Paul Hahn, the 7 of Connor Verbridge, 69 of Larry Pauling, and then rounding out our field tonight's Nathan Gentry. So we're getting them gridded up and get ready about start this thing. Looks like we're just waiting for Nathan. It looks like he's now gridded. As we're getting her off. So based on our few races we've had so far, these top two between 50 of Justin Wilson and Jacob Phillips, it's going to be a good fight between the two, followed by the 52 of Johnny Rapp and our returning champion, 35 of Jacob Nickerson. As we're coming down the backstretch, going into turn 4. As we're close quarters, as we're coming out of turn 4, get these babies wrapped up, and we are green. The 58 Justin Wilson gets the jump. Looks like he kind of struggles in the center of the corner. It's going to bring the 56 Jacob Phillips up to the lead. It looks like the 35 of Jacob Nickerson's trying to get. Looks like he does get by the 52 of Johnny Rapp on the outside. As that battle for first is heated up. Those front two are starting to leave the field a little bit. But Jacob Nickerson just kind of hanging in the bounce. Looks like Justin shows the nose. Looks like it gives a little bumper. Oh, they touch. And they go. They hit sides. Oh, it looks like Phillips is trying to do the crossover, and it gets on the inside of Wilson here. See if he can outbreak him. Oh, is there a touch again? Oh, Wilson gets into the wall. They're side by side. And Phillips gets up front. Oh, again, here comes Wilson. Oh, he gets the quarter pound. They touch once again, and they are drifting coming out of the corner. So Phillips still got it. Now we're getting a little space between the front two. And the top five is underneath the blanket, and Phillips taps the wall. The space between the two go back to about fourth. This battle for third is brewing up between Nickerson, Rapp, and Paul Hahn here. We're aboard here of Jacob here as he's watching that battle up front as we're coming to 3 to go. And it looks like the 52 of Johnny Rapp's on his inside as we're slapping up front. So we got Bells all through. Oh! And Phillips and Wilson both drifting. Looks like Wilson overcorrected a little bit and got himself into the wall. And we're going back to this battle for third here as we're coming across the line. It looks like Jacob Nickerson gets it ahead of Rapp as they're both sideways going across the line. That was just 10 laps, folks. We're going to get ready to see 70 laps of that spectacular action. As we go see our results. So we get Jacob Phillips with the win, followed by Justin Wilson, Johnny Rapp, Jacob Nickerson, Steve Vest rounding out our top 5. Then Paul Hahn, Connor Burbridge, Larry Pauling, and Nathan Gentry round out our field. All right, see if we got some takers. Oh. As we're back, the hijinks in the infield. They all want to show some. Damage. Oh, it looks like Seiko's full board into it. It looks like Nathan's gonna go out and maybe do a few extra laps. Oh, or not. As we got minute 45 before we rack it up here. Oh! As we got the sparks and the grass coming aboard. As we're getting jitters out with these cars. We all wish we could do a demolition derby with these cars. It's always fun. As we're about a minute away from getting them racked up. As we wait for all this, we're going to go ahead and bring in our last season's champ along. Jacob, it's Cam in the booth. You got me?
I got you loud and clear, brother.
You're not. It looks like you don't want to be part of this demolition derby we got going on in the Sinfield right now.
No, it's part of One Wrench Racing. We're gonna try to keep a hold of our equipment here. But that was a really fun heat race. Finished off in third. Johnny almost got by me, but I wasn't having it.
Yeah, it's like it looks like guys were coming sideways across the line there.
A little bit.
Looks like your pace, you haven't dropped off since your little bit of vacation you've had since we started the season.
Yeah, I missed a few races here, so I am a bit rusty, and I'm trying to shake that rust off. But I was off to a good start here in the heat race. I wasn't able to really catch up the top two, but that will be a different story come to feature time. But yeah, no, for Iowa, turns out the town that Iowa's in, the town that Hickory's in, is the same name. So I ended up going to this town, looking around for the track. I'm thinking, well, I found a track, there's no one here. Turns out I went to the wrong track, and I was at Hickory 2 weeks early. But happens to the best of us.
That it does. Looks like we're getting wrapped up. So we're gonna go ahead and do our grid for this race.
And I can tell you where I am.
It looks like you're on fourth place on the outside of row 2. So you got the Jacob Phillips with the pole, followed by Justin Wilson in second, Johnny Rapp in third, and you got Jacob in fourth, Steve Vest in the 60 star in fifth, Paul Honnett in the 88 star in sixth. Then you got Connor Verbridge in seventh, Larry Pauling in eighth, and then Nathan Gentry in ninth.
Also, I had an interesting qualifying run. I didn't realize my wheel was turned all the way to the right. So I came out of the pits, I almost slammed in the wall. I was able to save it and get up to fourth place. Oh no. There has been some interesting things happen.
What?
I think Justin Wilson and Jacob Phillips just got into it on the gridding, on the pace laps here.
Oh.
So I got an interesting show ahead of me already.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's just because of the little hots. So this might be a little interesting going here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're about ready to go to green here, so it was nice talking to you, Cam. But I'm gonna head back down to the old general.
Alright. We'll talk to you later,
I'll have to
Jacob.
drag you down there, but...
Alright. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
As the 35 at Jacob Nickerson, and we're going to green. Looks like 56. Jacob Phillips gets to jump on the 58 of Justin Wilson. As we're side by side already. Door slamming. Kind of where we left off there in the heat race. Oh, it looks like Jacob kind of tapped Johnny and set him sideways into the wall there. As we go 3 wide and up from 4th. 29 Connor Verbridge gets to the wall, and Johnny Raps again trying to hook on that tie side. As we're nose to tail all through this field, we got Nathan Gentry up on top of Steve Est. As we go back up front. Battle between Wilson and Phillips brews once more. We got a couple different groups going on here. So you got the first and second. Then Jacob Phillips. Oh, Jacob Nickerson goes a little high. It's gonna go 3 wide with Paul Hahn and Connor Verbridge looking. Get underneath them. As we go back up front to this battle for first, it looks like Justin's starting to pull away. Jacob Phillips is in second. Go back and take a look at this battle for third as Connor Verbridge gets on the inside of Paul Hahn. We'll go. It's like Jacob Phillips still hunting Wilson, who we're keeping an eye on as we're gonna go on boards with Jacob Nickerson here. Watch these 2 battles out in front of him. As he's in 5th. So we're gonna go back up front. Looks like that battle's brewing once more between Wilson and Phillips. Looks like Phillips is stalking Wilson. He slips up a little bit to see if he can get to the inside. Looks like they both door slammed the wall a little bit. As now he's on the back. Almost take slapping him. Once again, they tap the wall. We're at 1370. Starting to fly by. We got this battle that's kind of to settle a little bit. I'll go back and take a look at that fight between Paul, Hahn, and Verbiage once more. Looks like we're kind of settled in. Looks like Verbiage gets a little hot. Just kind of sweeps up a little bit. Try to create some momentum to get on the inside of Hahn. And Jacob Nickerson's just there. He's kind of hunting down. As we go along through the fields. Nathan Gentry, Johnny Rapp. This is a battle between Larry Pauling and Steve Vest out in the back. The battle's all along through this field. We go back up front. We're all just kind of following suit at this point in time. It's just kind of calm some of the tires down. Go back through the field. It looks like Phillips is trying to create some momentum. Try to go different lines to see if he can get out of the dirty air of Wilson. Same thing with Verbiage and Hahn back here. With a lap 20 of 70. Nickerson still in fifth. No, he's got damage. It looks like he's trying to reel in Verbiage. Oh, it looks like Steve S pulled off. Go back up here front. Once again, Phillips starts closing in on Wilson. We'll go on board with him. And he's just sliding across the tail end of Wilson. Looks like the battle for fourth is starting to brew up again between Verbiage and Nickerson. As Jacob there's trying to get enough momentum to get on the inside of him. Looks like he's starting to outbrake him a little bit. He's not getting quite the drive off he needs to get up to him. So go back up front. Looks like Phillips has kind of dropped off of Wilson. As it looks like we're getting ready to come up on lap traffic as we're coming up of lap 29 of 70. Oh, that battle fourth starting to brew. So it looks like Jacob is trying to get on the inside. See if he can get the drive off he needs. He's going to try to go to the top and try to dive in the corner a little bit. Oh, he's not quite there on the inside. He's gonna try to go the high side on him. Oh, he sweeps up. This might be an opportunity. He does. He gets alongside. See if he can get on the inside. Oh, as they come almost door slam. Oh, as they touch. Oh! And Nixon gets into him. He gets him sideways. That's going to bring Nathan Gentry right into this fight. Now let's see if Nathan, what he can do. He's also going to get to the inside of Connor. Looks like Connor's going to have the momentum. It looks like Jacobs is starting to check out a little bit on him. We're going to go back and take a look at his front once again. Looks like Wilson spread out that gap to Phillips about a second and a half. Then back to Paul Hahn. Looks like that battle's still going on as leaders go along lap traffic. Looks like Connor finally broke free of Nathan there as we've officially crossed halfway. As everyone just kind of spread out at this time. Might go ahead and pull our in-race reporter back in to here. It looks like everything's kind of settled out a little bit. Jacob, it's Cam and Booth. You got me?
I got you loud and clear, brother.
Looks like it kind of got a little hairy for you for a little bit.
Yeah, Johnny was on the outside. I didn't realize how close he was to my outside. I got him in the wall, I think. And then me and Connor were having a battle and a half, and I think I ended up getting into him. I'm still shaking off the rust here. I kind of figured out what I was doing last race, so yeah, we're just trying to get into a groove here to get chased down Paul Hahn, but we'll see how that goes. Praying for a caution because this car is tighter than hell.
I think everyone is the way it looks like. It looks like everything's kind of spread out, and it looks like you got the leaders coming up on you fairly quick.
Yeah, of course, I guess so. But yeah, as egotistical as it says, last race I didn't really battle anybody. So.
All right.
I slipped through the corner. Okay, but I was saying last race I didn't really get to experience battling, and now I have, and I realize how hard it is to pass. And it takes a toll on the car when you do.
Yeah. So I think you make the tires a little bit mad, and it's kind of hard to come back from that.
Oh yeah, she is screaming at me.
All right.
I don't blow a tire at the end of this race. Something's gone wrong.
All right, Jacob, we'll let you go. We'll talk to you later.
Oh, you in a minute, brother.
Yeah. All right, that was our in-race reporter, Jacob Nickerson. Looks like the leader is coming up on him fairly quick as he's trying to negotiate lap traffic as he's pulled that lead up to almost 2.2 seconds. Oh, it's Verbiage kind of gets a little on the brakes a little bit, and here comes Justin. He'll try to get past Jacob. Oh, as he tags the wall there. Oh, as he gets into Jacob there. Just kind of gives the old champ a little welcome touch. Oh, looks like Jacob's trying to get back at him a little bit. As we go back and see, looks like Jake Phillips 2.2 seconds back. As we got that battle between Connor Verbiage and Johnny Rapp once again. So we're coming up on lap 50 of 70. Jacob Phillips trying to also go on that traffic. As Light and Wilson start pulling out. Oh, it's Phillips. Door slams Verbiage. Paul just back in third. Kind of doing his own thing. Haven't gotten to the lap traffic yet. Looks like Johnny's starting to come back on. Jacob here with about 18 to go. Ooh, he's starting to catch Jacob quite quickly. We're gonna go on board with him. See what he can do. See if he goes. Looks like he's kind of gently getting on the brakes. He's trying to create the momentum. As he goes on the inside, it's kind of blockades Phillips there for seconds. Just kind of let these two figure out what they're gonna do and just kind of follow suit. Oh, as Nickerson gets into the wall. Johnny gets up to fourth. Looks like Wilson's stretched out to a 3.2 lead. Let's go back up front as he's getting more into the left traffic. And we'll go through the field. We got Phillips there. Han's all way back here. It's about a half of track behind our leader, Justin Wilson. Wilson's lapped everyone up to Paul there. As his battle third or fourth keeps going. Looks like something happened with Connor. It's brought him back into 8th place. He's gonna go back up front. 8 laps to go. So the Justin's has kind of been on a Sunday night stroll. Just 7 to go. Back, Johnny Rapp is starting to pull out in front of Nickerson here. As we're coming to 5 to go. So as we definitely see who's our front runner for this championship. As we're 4 to go. looks like just is continuing to stretch this whole field. It's like, here's some wall banging. It's a wrap, I think. It's getting tight. Touching the wall. As we're 3 to go. Or 2, just come to 2. Everyone's just so tight, as you can hear, the whole field. So we're coming to the white flag. 50 of Justin Wilson. It's pretty much led the whole thing. So Phillips there's posed a threat for a little bit, but started to stretch out, and the winner of tonight's race here at Hickory is the 58 of Justin Wilson, followed by the 56 of Jacob Phillips, the 88 of Paul Hahn. Round up third. Fourth is Johnny Rapp, 52, followed by 35 of Jacob Nickerson in fifth. The 18 of Nathan Gentry. 69 Larry Pauling, 29 of Connor Burbridge, and the 60 of Steve Est. That's right out there. Our results. Oh. There we go. There's our results. All right, let's see if we got our drivers ready. Not quite ready, but that's pretty much exactly what we were a little bit anticipating. I was thinking it was going to be a little bit based on that 10-lap stretch that we saw in the heat race. Figured that it'd be a lot closer than it actually was, but it turned out that it wasn't. As once the tires started to go away a little bit, it started getting stretched out and everything. So, all right, we're gonna see if I can start pulling our winners for our interviews here tonight. Let's see if I can get the 7 of Paul Hahn. Or the 88 of Paul Hahn, excuse me. Up in. Let's see if he'll talk to us. Paul, it's Cam in the booth. You got me? Gotcha. So that was a good race. Seeing those guys kind of start out getting in front of you a little bit, and you just kind of laid back. How'd you think it went out tonight?
Well, I basically finished where I thought I was going to finish, third. I didn't think I had anything for Justin or Jacob. Heat race, the car felt a lot better than what it did in the feature. Felt just too tight to me. I couldn't do much during the feature, but I just try to make consistent laps and try not to go a lap down.
Is that the tires kind of fall away from you like everyone else?
Well, it said I had 70% on the right front after the race, but it just felt like it was tight, the whole feature from start to end. It didn't really change much on my end. Thought it would have been a lot better, like in the heat race, the car was really cornering pretty good. I don't know if I just had a bad set of tires or what, or the track tightened up quite a bit during the 2 sessions, but yeah, I mean, didn't have anything for them. Congrats to those guys. They were fast, of course, every week. And I just end up third, which, is all right with me.
Mm-hmm. All right, before we let you go, is there anyone you want to shout out to?
Of course, you for broadcasting us and for the league for putting this on. Slingshot does a good job. And I want to give a shout out to the boys at Big Fast, and then just the guys that made it out tonight put on a good show. No cautions, so hopefully we can get a few more out there.
All right. Thank you for your time, and it was a good race. Congratulations on your third, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks again.
Yep, thank you. That was our third place tonight. It's there of 88 of Paul Hahn. We're going to go ahead and bring our second place there, the 56 Jacob Phillips. Jacob, it's Cam in the booth. You got me?
What's going on, Cam?
Oh, that was a good race. It's like you and Jacob, between the heats and the start of this race, we kind of battling out pretty well. How do you think it'll go?
I wasn't sure. I'm not a big fan of North Wilkesboro. Well, let me rephrase that. I love North Wilkesboro. Jesus, we're not even at North Wilkesboro. We're at Hickory. Good Lord. I love Hickory too. But Hickory does not like me so much. I have a hard time figuring this track out. I was not expecting to set the pole. Justin showed up, and he's quick as always. We beat each other up there a little bit in the heat race, but I mean, we were joking around, having fun. We were sitting there in a voice chat, talking and laughing the whole time. And then the feature started off pretty good, but I got into, we caught Larry, I think, and I really had to check up to not completely take Larry out, and that cost me like second and a half, almost 2 seconds. So I was, for the most part, kind of mirroring Justin's lap times. I've got a overlay that allows me to kind of track the lap times, but I was within a couple hundredths of Justin's lap times, but not enough time and not enough speed to close the gap. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. The good, fun race. Surprised it went green. Hickory is a very tough track. So, I mean, yeah, it was pretty good. Good race, a lot of fun. So, yeah, man.
All right. Before we let you go, is there anyone you want to take a shout out to?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna start off with you, Cam. Broadcasting, uh, making this possible, making it so that it's televised. That's awesome. Doing what you do. I know it's appreciated from everybody. It's appreciated by the league. So first off, just huge shout out to you. Shout out to the guys that show up week in, week out, race these things. It's a very good field of drivers here. Very fun group of drivers to race with. Shout out Payday Racing, Johnny, Justin. I think there's the only two from Payday besides myself that run Sunday nights. But I mean, it's a good time. It's a fun time. So, and then obviously shout out Slingshot Racing League, all the league sponsors. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, congratulations on your second place tonight, and thank you for your time, and have a good rest of your night.
You do the same, buddy. Thank you.
Yep. All right, that is our second place tonight, the 56 Jacob Phillips. Now that brings us to our proportion tonight. We're going to bring up our winning driver, and that's the 58 of Justin Wilson. Justin, it's Cam in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, that was pretty eventful. It's like it started out the heat race and everything, the battle between you and Jacob. How'd you think it went?
Yeah, the heat race was a lot of fun. 10 laps of just giving it all you got. Setup was a little bit tight, but yeah, nonetheless, it was pretty fun. Battling Jacob there. I got a little loose underneath him on that last lap. I thought I was going to hook it to that outside wall, but fortunately it did not. Wasn't able to give him the run like I thought I was going to on that heat race, but showed up in the feature though.
Yes, it did. As it looks like between that and it looks like it was pretty much just a Sunday drive during the race. Did you have quite a bit get tight like all the rest of the drivers did?
Oh yeah, the car was really tight. I was afraid that the tightness came from me hitting the wall on the pace lap. Thanks, Jacob. But yeah, nonetheless, I think everyone was fighting the same conditions I was. Fortunately, we didn't take no damage. But yeah, we really had to back the corners up. Quite a bit of braking, a lot of letting the car roll and waiting on the throttle to pick it up on the straightaways. Seemed to pay off.
All right. Is that before we let you go? Is there any shout outs you want to do?
Yeah, man. Thanks for putting the show on. Johnny Rapon, Jacob Nixon, pretty much everyone that showed up tonight, and also Jacob. We had some good races there, and yeah, thanks Slingshot, for the league and everybody watching. Come join us, man. These things are a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's like, especially these mini stocks, they're a lot of fun. All right, congratulations on your win tonight. Thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you later.
Hi, man.
All right, that was our winner tonight. The 58 of Justin Wilson. All right, that about does it for me tonight. Like I said, it's very classic. Once again, short track racing, very clean, as it's kind of expected of this Slingshot Racing League's mini stock series. Like I said, the field kind of got strung out a little bit. We had a couple of groups back and forth between the whole field for this whole race, and then as people started getting tight and kind of tapping the wall, it started stretching out, and that let Justin get away from the rest of the field. But all right, that about does it for me. Like, share, subscribe, follow, and again, if you guys want to get on with this, feel free to get a hold of me or to the link in the description and everything to get a hold of these guys, and we can set you up and have you also join this and the super late model series that we do here at Drive Automotive Media. So that does it for me. This has been Cam Gillens for the Overdrive Automotive Media YouTube channel.